Planet Dolan.
From pencil sharpening to speed undressing, the Planet Dolan crew reenacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about the weirdest things people have gotten competitive about. I'm Hellbent, and today I'll be your narrator. Number 10 was submitted by Mia Loop 2. One time, Doopy and one of her friends had the idea to see who had the biggest boobs by the end of June. Doopy reluctantly agreed, and at the end of the month, all the girls wrote their measurements on a piece of paper and then showed the paper to each other. One girl accused them all of lying, so everyone went to Doopy's house at the end of the day to measure each other's boobs. While they were doing that in Doopy's room, Doopy's older brother walked in to tell her that dinner was ready, and what he saw was a bunch of girls holding Doopy's topless friend down by sitting on top of her. Instead of contacting an authority figure or a parent, Doopy's brother just quietly shut the door and walked slowly into the kitchen. Nonetheless, Doopy yelled after him,
"It's not what you think!"
But before she was able to explain, the girl who accused everyone of lying kissed Doopy. They're not friends anymore. Number 9 was submitted by Alana the Llama. One time, Spences had a crush on her best friend Tolup. Tolup was very protective over his hair, and no one was allowed to touch it unless they wanted to be slapped. Spences tried touching his hair once just to see if he would hit her, because he had hit a girl before, but he didn't hit her. Then, one day, another girl approached Tolup and touched his hair. Spences barely knew the girl, so she was surprised when Tolup didn't slap her. They never really announced it formally, but this eventually turned into a sort of hair-touching contest. They would each try to touch Tolup's hair as much as they possibly could. Eventually, the other girl moved away, so Spences basically won by default. Number 8 was submitted by Himluska. Gooby's sisters aren't competitive about much with each other, but there was one weird thing they competed over every day. Whenever they were done eating dinner, they would race each other to the bathroom to wash their hands. The one who lost would get legitimately upset that she got beat to the bathroom. It was strange, but a pretty regular thing for a while. Number 7 was submitted by Passive Face. For whatever reason, when Ghost Toast is brushing his teeth next to someone, he has to make sure they finish first. One time, the other person had the same idea, and they both stood there brushing their teeth for like 15 minutes straight. Eventually, the other guy got bored and stopped, so Ghost Toast won! Dental hygiene is like the Olympics in Ghost Toast's eyes. Don't ask him why. Number 6 was submitted by a furry chick on Reddit. One time, Snoopy was at a party with some friends. The birthday girl was known for doing some weird things. So when Snoopy was walking around just saying hi to her friends, the birthday girl walked up to her and asked her to come upstairs to her room. She wanted to have a competition as to who could get undressed the fastest, which Snoopy hesitated about but eventually agreed to. Sadly, there were no adult figures to stop this, so when she said go, they quickly began to take their clothes off. Snoopy won and the birthday girl got upset. From that day forward, Snoopy was really competitive about quickly taking her clothes off. She grew out of it after a year because she realized it was stupid, but she was still proud of it. This is starting to feel less like true stories and more like DeviantArt fanfiction. Number 5 was submitted by Ocelot Party. Emoji likes to be competitive with a lot of stuff, but her weirdest is to see who can poop the most. One time, Emoji's friend was over, and in the middle of the night, they both had to go to the bathroom. So they had a contest to see who could poop the more between the two of them. Emoji won that competition every time. Number 4 was submitted by Neon Magpie. Andymations and her sister are super competitive about seeing yellow cars. Every time they'd spot one, they'd scream, "Yellow car!" at the top of their lungs and frantically point at it, racing each other to see who finds one first. It doesn't matter where they are or what they're doing. It's just a thing that they do. They don't even keep a tally of it. They just want to spot them first. It's such a habit for Andymations that she accidentally did it while out with friends one time, forgetting her sister wasn't even there. Number 3 was submitted by Enormous Purple Garden. Nixium is very competitive about being single. He personally keeps track of who from his high school has never had a boyfriend or girlfriend, and he intends to outlast them all and be the true king of loneliness. He's 25 and has still never had a girlfriend, but he has to wait for a few more people his age to find love before he can finally claim his loneliness trophy. Number 2 was submitted by Nuclear Puppy 44. Gergak once challenged someone to a short pencil contest. The person who could get their pencil the shortest by the end of math class would get a brand new pencil. They each started out with the same length pencil, and then when the bell rang, they started making excuses to sharpen their pencils. Both of them raced to the sharpener and started pushing and shoving each other out of the way. Gergak ended up with a bloody nose, and they both got in trouble for a week, but Gergak ended up winning the contest, so by ruining his pencil, he got a brand new pencil that wasn't ruined. What's the weirdest thing I've been competitive about? Properly checking identification. I always had my black line and my chart of IDs ready just to make sure nobody tried to sneak by me with a fake one. But I didn't stop there. If somebody over the age of 21 came up without an ID, I wouldn't let them in because they didn't have proper identification. The most extreme case being an 80-year-old woman who had an ID, but it was expired and therefore improper. Being the dick that I am, I didn't let her in, and she got extremely angry at me, yelling, "You know damn well how old I am, you son of a bitch!" Eventually, she brought her husband over, who had a proper ID that was in date, and I told him, "You can bring your daughter inside, but make sure she doesn't drink anything." They were both extremely angry at me, and I can't blame them. I was being a real asshole. Not quite sure why I was competitive about that. Huge thanks for the folks over on our Planet Dolan subreddit for submitting their stories. So, what's the weirdest thing you've ever been competitive about? Let us know in the Reddit page linked below, and you might be featured in a future countdown.
This video was made possible by our fans over on Patreon. Thanks for your support, guys.
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.